As the seasons change, we remain introducing the Art for Change podcast gang. The intellectual Mr. Sapiosexual. That's all you gotta do, be you. Montana Cobain pulling up in the truck. And Lady Alba with the glamorous power touch. We stream live at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Soul Food Sunday, Motion Monday, and Therapeutic Thursday. And some days in between, switch it. Subscribe and bell on so you don't miss it. But if you do, we on repeat on every major podcast application. Interviews galore and more. Y'all know the situation. So book your seat when we turn up the heat with your Art for Change.
Yes, y'all. And we are live. What's going on, art enthusiasts and change makers? Yes. Hey, man, it's another episode of Art for Change podcast. Today is Take Two Tuesday. I am your host, Mr. Sapiosexual, and my co-host in the building.
You already know it's your boy BU, because that's all you gotta motherfucking do. Yeah, I said fucking. But yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, man. And to the right of me is the original Ed. What's up, my brother?
I'm square rooted.
Hey, my boy Montana Cobain in the cut chilling, man.
What's going on, peoples?
And the queen in the house, Lady Alva, how are you?
I'm good. I'm in the eye.
Yes, ma'am. All right, ladies and gentlemen, how was everybody's weekend, man?
It was a good weekend. I met some future poets that'll be on our podcast and some that were already on our podcast. Went to a poetry night. Poetry day show. Represent Art for Change out there, passed out cards, everything, networks, all that. Good weekend, actually. I want to write a poem. Actually, I want to write a motherfucking poem. So hey, stay tuned.
What you be saying, BU? I love that for you.
I love that for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good weekend.
That's wonderful, brother. That's wonderful. What about you, original Ed?
I had a productive weekend.
It's wonderful.
Went to the Post, did some things at the Post real well. Had a meeting over there and everything. Handled business over there at the American Legion.
My boy in here looking like John Wick today.
I was about to say, you look a little dark.
I got my Kylo Ren look going on.
I'm gonna get my shades. Hold on, I'm gonna go put my Blade Trinity shades on.
Yes, sir. My boy finna put them stunners on. Lady Alva,
Okay.
what you getting into this weekend, love?
That's the production weekend. A little bit of relaxation.
Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
Respect. I had to work this weekend. And also I'll be working with being a content creator too. So I was with the Snakes going live with them. You know what I'm saying? I fed them on Monday, y'all. On live. I mean, that shit, we're going to take TikTok. We're going to go to do Art for Change on TikTok too, because we get a lot of traction over there.
I got TikTok. I don't never get on there though.
Yeah, man. We're gonna get it popping over there on TikTok. Montana, man, what you get into this weekend, brother?
This weekend I wrapped up my vacation. So I was just really just soaking in the last couple of days of relaxation.
Yeah, man. Nothing wrong with that.
A lot of
Absolutely,
drinking,
man.
a lot of feet kicked up, a lot of sleeping.
That's what a vacation is supposed to be.
I was over here, crying my heart out on the pillow because celebrating my old lady's birthday.
Okay.
The weekend prior, she ran my pockets dry. So, I was over here in the corner crying a little punk, you know what I'm saying? But it's all good, man. She deserve it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's what's up, bro. That's what real men do, real men things,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Respectfully. So we got some questions on manipulation, on scamming, and on different and how that affects different demographics. So interesting, juicy topic tonight. We're gonna jump right into it, man. We're trying to uplift and build our community. So everything that we speak on is just to bring awareness and of self, and just to make us one better. You know what I mean? Each one teach one. We'll jump into some of these questions like this. It says, how do societal expectations around gender roles contribute to men and women being manipulated by the opposite gender?
I say I'll go first. I'll jump first on this one. It how can I say this? You said, how does society's expectations of gender roles tie into manipulation, right? Basically, that's what the question asked, right?
Yeah, basically, yes, sir, absolutely.
Okay. Well, it's like it's crazy on both parts, right? Because the manipulation could come in so many shape, form, and fashion. Like the manipulation from a woman to a man would be, oh well, you're the man, you're supposed to buy this, you're supposed to do this, you're supposed to do that, you're supposed to buy all this and that, you know what I'm saying? And it can
Yeah,
become a manipulation because, okay, yes, maybe the man is supposed to pay for this, but are you worth being paid for it? You know what I'm saying? Like, is there any
are you adding
ROI? Is
value
there
to
any,
him? Yeah,
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Are there any return of investment? And then, what I'm saying, the manipulation for the woman, in my eyes, the way society sees it, would be that, a man just expecting, for a woman to cook, clean, suck, fuck, and shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like that can really, so in my eyes, it can go both ways. In that lane of manipulation. Like I said, manipulation comes in many shape, form, and fashion. But that was just two examples for me
right,
to get us
right.
started.
Also,
Right.
with man manipulation, men try to manipulate by using power to strike down, while women use emotions.
Yes,
True.
agreed.
Agreed.
All right. So
BB,
I got a question. Sorry. If the man is providing, which is the woman, it wants the man to provide, and the woman is cooking and cleaning and shut the fuck up, which is what the man want, is that a problem? That's the common ground, right?
It is and it ain't.
Okay.
The reason why I say it is because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, well, my opinion,
Yeah.
in my opinion, you should still want your woman to have a voice.
Exactly.
You don't want your woman to feel like, you know what I'm saying, oh, I can't talk to you about anything, I can't open up to you, I can't say this, I can't say that. Now, whether that opinion may be valued is, you know what I'm saying, that's a whole nother ball game. You know what I'm
right,
But I
saying?
want to hear it
right,
out.
right,
But
right.
you
But
at
but she
least
has
hear
the
it
right
out.
to. She
She
has the
has
right
the
to
right,
voice it.
exactly.
Yeah.
She has the right to voice it. You know what I'm saying? You don't want a church mouse, as they
Yeah.
as the old folks used to say. You don't
Right.
want a church mouse. You know what I'm saying? Because there's been plenty of times where in my relationship, when my lady has gave her opinion on things, and I'm like, hey, don't shut the hell up. You don't know what the fuck you talking about. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real. And then there's been
Yeah.
times where she's giving her opinion. It's like, okay, that make a whole lot of sense right there. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? So yeah,
Go
Makes
both
sense.
ways. I got you. I
yeah.
respect that. Lady Alvo.
I think it's just a lack of really knowing your role and what that is and owning it. A key word in here is the word expectations.
Right.
Mhm.
Maybe if we own our role without the expectation, we would be more balanced.
Mm.
In relationships, as a mother, as a woman, as a wife, I know my role. Now, things can be added on to my role based upon between me and my spouse, something more about him that he's asking of me, or maybe even something that I see that he needs of me. But when you can't stand in that and really like understand that and own that, then you start to think weird about it and twisted about it. Why am I doing this? I don't need to be doing all of this. I'm not doing and judging what you should be doing for your loved one. Then that's when manipulation starts to grow. As a mother, there are a lot of times and where I still do compromise myself, readjust myself, because these are my children in love, and I have expectations for sure of my children for their lives. I want them to give to me in a certain way. I want them to give me an abundance of love. I want hugs and kisses all the time, but all the time they don't.
Right.
You know, so I don't expect it, but I wait for it. I want it, you know, but I expect for them to do what's right for the growth of their lives. But when they don't do that, when they're lacking in things and not being so even kind to me, I mean, I have to still own my role, and that's a battle, and not
But
think of
like you
ways of how
said,
to manipulate them, you know, all the time, especially when they're adults too, because it's one thing when they're children. So like the manipulation, I'm gonna say this, to me, you're giving consequences and stuff, or you're doing things to get them to go the way you want them to go, the way you think they should go, the way you know they should go or be. But as adults, it be that ticket is sold. It's gone. It's finished. So you know, you just kind of stay in your role and keep exercising in your role because you love them and you know what's best.
but
Right.
like expectations, haven't they changed throughout the years? Because like Montana brought out the suck, fuck, and shut the fuck up, and the women cook, clean, clean. That was old school expectations. Are they
True.
still the same expectations for today's society, or have expectations changed?
Mm.
Well,
They changed.
see, yeah, they have changed, but see, again, I don't relate to it as expectation. I relate to those things as foundational, because a woman and men are different and we have roles. And I'm of the traditional foundation. So I don't feel like I'm expected to do. That is part of what I'm raised to do. And that is part of what I take care of, what I manage. Not to say that the man can't and won't, because some of them do. They pitch in, they relieve you. Some of them won't do it at all. I saw my aunt and uncle when I was a child being raised, and her husband, my aunt is my aunt by blood, her husband never cooked. She did all the meals, packed all the lunch. She did all of these things. So when they got older, he started to exercise these things. We were shocked. Like, when you start, what's going on here? You know, but I never saw any problems in their union with that. She didn't complain about it. And everybody takes their role, and you own your role.
No,
That's
I
it. You
agree.
make your choice.
I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that because I don't cook. Can I cook? Yeah, but I don't cook. I hop on the
Yeah.
grill. So, you know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure, you know what I'm saying, when my kids are older and they do see me go in the kitchen and cook or whatever the case may be, they might be feeling the same way you just was like what? Then you in here cooking?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
you know what I mean?
they
Like,
want to pinch you. Is that daddy? Who is that?
yeah, yeah. So I agree with you on
Yeah.
that one.
That's it.
What about you, mister?
How do societal expectations around gender roles contribute to men and women being manipulated in relationships? Okay. Just like everybody has spoken on, when you hear now that social media is present and you have these things called relationship goals, and you have all these relationship gurus and people of different backgrounds or these influencers telling you that this is the way that your relationship should go if your partner loves you, you know, or this is what, or you shouldn't be dealing with somebody who for women, you shouldn't be dealing with a man who has less than 6K. You know what I mean? That's the societal standards for what a man should be bringing in. You know what I mean? So a woman can be manipulating in that way, as in like, oh, well, if he doesn't make 6 figures, he can't date me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now, you know, and then on the other flip side, because of that, it can be manipulated for the men too, because now I know that you desiring money. So now if I give you this money, I expect a certain amount of things because of the money that I'm putting into you. You know what I mean? That's the type of form of a manipulation from the man perspective. You know what I mean? Listen, if I'm taking you to dinner, if I'm buying you Birkin bags, if I'm flying you out, if I'm taking you on trips, you best believe when we get to Turk and Caicos, bitch, you got busted open. That's the expectation. That's the societal expectation of this trip.
Yes, sir. You ain't that?
That's a necessity.
Women are treating themselves like automobiles and want to go to the body shop.
Come on now. If you get
I see your face turn up to that. So what's your perspective on that, man?
No. It didn't turn up. I was smiling. I was laughing because Montana in the background doing this. I had a smirk with that. What you were saying, but no, what you were saying is lined up with what I was saying, but like the opposite as far as that's why you have to know your role and own your role. You don't listen to what people say. You know,
right? And
I was thinking too, Wendy Williams, but she started the train wreck,
my boy Yoda,
pouring that message out to women. Oh, your husband ain't this and that. Oh well, divorce him. Go get another one.
Yeah,
that's not the message you should be selling. Men are not put them in line and who's next. The marriages. What are you doing?
Like I said, you got all these Derrick Jacksons of the world telling these women what they shouldn't put up with. You know what I'm saying? And getting these and manipulating these women to think that he's just this awesome man when in reality he was cheating on his woman. You know what I mean? I hate them. I hate them damn Derrick Jackson motherfucker world. You know what I mean? Because they shit on us men and tell all these women, "Oh, girl, you shouldn't date a guy if he doing this. Oh, girl, you shouldn't do it with a guy if he doing that." Whole time he doing his woman 10 times worse. You know what I mean? So manipulation is a crucial thing, especially if you're relying on simply societal standards.
How do you get marriage advice from somebody with 4 divorces?
You don't. You don't. I don't understand how people think that you can get relationship advice for somebody who is not in a successful relationship. That don't make sense to me.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
I'm not finna go
who's not even in a relationship.
I'm not finna go get financial advice for somebody on the corner. No disrespect. You know what I'm saying? If you're not if you don't have something to show me that you good with finances, I'm not finna take financial advice from you. You know, that's just not how that works. All right, moving right along. It said, in what ways do emotional appeal and vulnerability play a role in scams targeting individuals for money and status? In this one here, I jump on and top off this one. This one here is mostly, you know, I was gonna say women, but as soon as I said it, like men can do it too. If you are a very gorgeous man, if you are a very gorgeous woman, a lot of times you can use that to your advantage to manipulate and to have things that you want, even if you don't want that person.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I done seen him do it, man. I know dudes that are, you know what I'm saying? Like they're okay looking fellow, all right?
Yeah.
Just
if you're a straight man,
it's not gay.
Yeah. Like if you're a straight man, I don't have no problem telling no man that he a nice looking guy. You know what I mean? So that don't mean that I'm. But see that I'm comfortable with my sexuality, and I don't give a fuck
Of
how
course,
nobody
yeah.
else feels. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No disrespect when I say this, but I got way too many mouths for me for anybody to think anything different than me. You know, so I could give a damn. You know what I mean?
Hey,
But when
hey,
you are,
so,
go ahead.
someone said I'm handsome.
Nah,
Man,
you're not
go
handsome.
ahead,
You
Oh, Lord.
ain't handsome.
Oh,
Nigga.
Lord.
Hell no,
But nah,
nigga.
back to what I
This
was
nigga here
saying.
too much.
Back to what I was saying. So
Today, no,
This
you
nigga-
today you got them questioning something else about you right now, just to ask the man.
so
What you got for me,
The
Montana?
people's just
So
saying,
what I'm saying.
"Oh no, LGBTQ."
Silly man, this guy here.
Hey, Montana, my bad, my
He too
bad.
much. He
Clocking.
too much.
I think I've seen men, you know, they'll use their looks to get a girl to, buy them shoes, clothes, pay for
Video
things,
games,
you know what I'm
all type
saying?
of shit.
Video
Yeah.
games, you know what I'm saying? And don't give a fuck about the bra at
Don't give a
all.
fuck about it.
You know what I'm saying?
Just using it up.
Just using her up, you know what I'm saying? Oh man, I got this one chick, man. She'll do anything. I call her right now. I bet she'll cash at me, whatever. Like, damn, bro. And women do that too. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? You know what I mean?
Yes.
And you know, it's definitely been brought to the light that women might have. They have their men that take them out to eat. They have their men that pay for their nails and hair. They have their men that pay for the bills. You know what I'm saying? And do such and such. So that those are some very deep signs of manipulation. You know what I'm saying? I hate that it's like that.
And I think that it's easier for women. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, it is easier for women. It very is because
women can just promise you the tea and never give it to you.
I used to say this so much, bro. A man only sleeps with what he's allowed to.
Yes. A woman sleeps with who she wants to.
If he's not allowed to, it's a whole nother category of what he's doing.
It's a whole nother category.
Now he about to go to jail.
Yeah,
exactly. Now he about to go to jail.
You know what I'm saying? So, and like Mr. just said, all a woman gotta do is just tell you a little fib. Okay, well, we can do it on Saturday. Saturday comes,
something come up.
Something come up. You know what I'm saying? But then you got, you know what I'm saying? But you got old pretty Tony on the phone, like, okay, well, I'll see you next weekend. Okay, and he do it again, spend the money again. You know what I mean? So you know, it's that you know, it's the prey drive in the man. It's the prey drive in the man that I have us continuously like, man, I'm gonna get it. You know what I mean? And
the chase. Men love the chase.
Yeah, the prey drive.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all, ladies. Men love the chase. As soon as you show him that he has you, he's no longer as interested. I don't know why.
You're hunters. That's animal instinct. The hunt is real.
Hey,
it's got to live on in the relationship.
Hey, to piggyback off what Montana said, you see that a lot with, like, you know how a mugshot will go viral.
Oh boy,
with men or women, a mugshot go viral. Oh, I'll take care of him right now. He can get out right now, or she can get out right now. Oh, look at his eyes. Look at his eyes. Nigga look like a pit bull, but look at his eyes. Like, come on now. Like, yeah, for real. Like, I see that a lot. Mugshots in there, like, look, he can have 9 years left.
Yeah.
Hey, I take care of him. He can come stay here rent free. You see that a lot.
Yeah, that's that vulnerability, and that's how emotional appeal. You know, what I'm saying you just played into the question. You know what I mean? That is exactly it. You know what I'm saying? A woman that has a pretty good face, and she come crying to you, telling you, "Oh, mister, I'm sorry, I need $40 for my gas tank to get home. Can you please?" You gonna $40, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Who's the vulnerability side on? When you say that's that vulnerability, I'm wondering what side is that on? Because I hear it on the woman being vulnerable too.
The woman, yes, the woman's being vulnerable too. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. The person who's getting preyed upon is the person who is vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? And the emotional appeal is what the other person is used to manipulate.
I think we're also missing a part in this.
Go ahead.
What's that?
That's why you hear Original Ed.
Okay. I think people will also be vulnerable on age. Because
Yes.
you'll find the mark that is an old lady and
Boy, you just
everything
hit
and
one.
think she's an easy take and everything and take her for everything. Or somebody
Yes.
that's got money that they can spend and everything like that. They got money they can invest, so they have. So if they lose it, it's not really a big deal. So that's another form of being vulnerable.
Absolutely.
But that's why I asked which side is the vulnerability lying on, because the woman who's coming like, "Ooh, mister, can you?" She's had some type of vulnerability in her too.
Right.
To where, or a man who looks at an elder woman thinking he's thinking she's vulnerable because in his mind, oh, she old, don't nobody want her, she probably lonely.
Right.
I can get all these things until they meet a lady like Lady Alva. Surprise!
I knew it was coming.
Oh, Lord.
I knew it was coming.
No, that's right.
There's a lot of tooting of their own horns going on this show tonight.
You gotta no.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you though, Original. If you ain't to your own horn,
there you go. We see
it like you can. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Good point. Good point.
Nobody gonna lift you up like yourself.
Nah, that's true.
Like
I don't toot that motherfucker. I blow that bitch like this. You hear me? Fat cheese, boy.
Hey.
Can I say this to y'all? I think that people who doing all of that, they are empty vessels, and they're not. Their hearts are not so kind.
They're heartless.
Empty vessels, and where they missing something, they lack esteem, they lack something or so many somethings within themselves that's the way they go about to get.
Yeah.
And they look at the people who they can prey on to get it from.
Yeah.
You know, it's really sad. Many of us have been victimized by that and really get scorned and carried, but no, let it go, because that's sad for that person who's operating like that.
Absolutely.
You know, sorry that you got victimized, but that person is very sad that that's the way they have to go about
doing
relating with one another, people.
Yeah, I call those people optimistics. You know, they just opportunists. There you go. They're just trying to find the next leech. You know what I mean? Something to suck on. The drain.
Yeah.
AB, man, you done came into the building, man. The question is, in what ways do emotional appeal and vulnerability play a role in scams targeting individuals for money and status?
Damn, that's a loaded question, bro. That is a loaded question. So you're saying like what? Repeat it again.
Yeah, it said in what ways do emotional appeal and vulnerability play a role in scams targeting individuals for money and status?
I don't know. That's a tough one.
I give you an example.
Yeah, go ahead.
I give you an example. A woman know that you make $250,000 a year.
Yeah.
And she tries to get pregnant by you, and then move away and tell you, oh, she's pregnant, and try to tell you that she need money for an abortion. But she's never pregnant. That's a form of, an emotional appeal, trying to play the vulnerable role, for a scam to target someone for money or status.
Or she keep the baby and she get pregnant for real.
Right, or she really is pregnant. Right, or she really is pregnant.
And she keep the baby
and leave
so that she can, get your financial.
Cha-ching.
Yeah.
I know.
I mean, child support is the biggest
scam. That do that all the time. I don't
my boy said child support is the biggest scam. Ooh.
It is.
It is, because I don't have a real statistical number, but off the top of my head, I'm gonna just say 75 to 80% of child support is not used on that child.
Let's just say all of it.
Yeah.
It's not used on that child.
Well, you can't say that. You can't say that because You can't say that. Not all of it. You can't say all of it.
Okay.
Women,
maybe,
that means all
not
women are treating child support doing that. They're not doing that.
So we're gonna say we're 80%.
We're going 80. We're going 80.
I don't know what the percentage is.
But
I don't know what it is, but I'm not going to argue with y'all about a percentage. But I'm going to argue with you to say for sure you can't say all women.
I would have to say child support sometimes is not a logical, like it's not logical. Right?
No, it's not.
Like look at celebrities. Like I'm sorry to use like Kanye in this, but like I mean I don't know the statistical numbers or like the real info, but I think he was paying upwards to $200 a month.
Come on now,
crazy.
Come on now.
That
what the fuck type of life is my child living for $200K a month?
And you said that's what I'm saying. That's what makes it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can't tell me or anybody on this panel, right, that it takes $200K a month to raise a child. I don't.
It don't take $20K a month to raise a child.
I don't. Let me say something to that. Okay, so I can't tell you. I don't think anyone can say that for sure. We can't say that it does or doesn't, because that calculation is based upon what your dollar is worth. Now, and the lifestyle that these kids get. Now, we know darn well the lifestyle as we see it that Kim Kardashian lives. These people are having
Yes, but you just said it right there. The lifestyle Kim Kardashian lives, not this lifestyle Northwest lives.
Wait a minute. Wait. But the lifestyle, she's a mother, so the kids are under that. That the mother is giving them that lifestyle. When her and Kanye were together, they together were giving their kids that lifestyle. So when a marriage separates, they still want to maintain the kids' lifestyle.
So let me ask you this.
If your kid has been getting I'm gonna say a $50,000 birthday party, hey, it costs. Plus the private school they go to, plus the gear they go to, and whatever sports and all these things that they do. All of that adds up. So we really have to know their financial
$200,000. Man,
so I don't know. I don't know. I can't say that. I have to literally see their financial record.
So because the man's on child support, the woman not supposed to provide no more? Is that basically what you're saying?
No, she does. But he has to pay for his portion. Because if he was in the house,
$200,000, is she still a millionaire? Her goddamn
telling you, well, it goes by each state is different, the percentage that it is for child support, man or woman, and it goes by your income. And some of it is capped. It's capped to a certain percentage. You can't go over a certain percentage.
Do you think a baby needs a diamond encrusted stroller?
Okay, that's not the debate here,
if
though.
That baby
that's
not the family, yes.
Yeah, no, but that's not the debate. Of course, I don't think that a baby needs that. No, but that's not the issue. But
yes, it is, because you're sitting there saying the lifestyle of it. That's not
their choice.
Do you think Kanye wants to buy his baby a diamond encrusted baby stroller? Or do you think Kim Kardashian wants to buy?
This is what I know and what I think, based upon the outside and what they have shown us, Mr. and Mrs. West, of their lifestyle. I see a lot of things that it appears to be that they are together making these choices. Absolutely. They have not denied it. This is what they show us, and that's all I know.
Well, there you have it.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I'm going to say it like this. It shouldn't be about how much money I have or do not have, because 9 times out of 10, every man that you speak of, especially when you're speaking of these celebrities, a lot of these men pay these women and still do for the child separately. So it's not about the well-being or the welfare or the lifestyle of the child. Because if it was only if that was the only case, if that was the only reason, then the child would just go to the person who is more financially stable to keep the child. Why the hell would you stay with the person who is not financially able to live the same lifestyle that the father can if he can afford, or vice versa, the mom if she can? You know what I mean? Like, why does the child get to stay with the dad or with the parent who has the less finances? If it's only strictly about the lifestyle of the child, I think that is
Well,
If it's the
bullshit
lifestyle
in the
of
nicest
the
way
child,
possible.
why do you have 7 nannies? It's not
My
even the mom
perspective on
raising
that,
them.
my perspective on that saying the lifestyle, it's not a personal choice. That's intertwined with what child support is about. To maintain the life of the child. To each family, the lifestyle differs, and normally it differs based upon your financial standing. So if you separate from your spouse, you don't want to lessen, and if you have that still same financial spend, you don't want to lessen what your child is used to being giving from the both of you guys, just because now we separate. So let's make sure we still maintain that, and the law supports that. That's what I'm talking about.
I think
that to a certain extent.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you got the floor.
Oh, maybe I think to a certain extent, I think that you're correct, right? Like, you do want to take care of the well-being of the child, but at the same time, like, I don't necessarily think the court system is being fair, because even as a father on child support, pay child support, and I still do extra. You know what I'm saying? I do a lot extra. They don't count all that.
That's your choice. You know that's your choice. That's your choice. So, but technically, if you choose, you can choose not to. But that's your choice. You can't
look your child in the eye and be like, "Nah, I'm not going to give you this because I already paid your mom child support."
But then, what we're talking here is a matter of to rally to change laws on that, and that's for you men to do. Because you take grievance with it, you gotta rally to change the laws then. Because talking about it and pointing the finger to the people
is
not going to settle anything. You just placing
the system. It's not the individuals. Right. So I agree with that.
Tell you right now,
the system is corrupt.
So you just said that child support supports the woman more than the man.
Absolutely.
So you believe child support supports the woman more than the man because you're telling the men to rally.
Well, I said because you guys have a grievance with it.
Yes.
Women pay child support too. Women have paid child support and known to pay child support too.
Barely.
Studies show.
If you have a grievance,
legally
because it's not the blame is not on us.
We're going to the next question.
Not on us.
Absolutely. We can. All right. So moving right along, y'all. As we see, man, these topics that we're going to be juicy. I told y'all before we got started that these were going to be some steamy conversations because the conversations we have tonight are very controversial. The conversation we have tonight, the people after they're hearing these podcasts are going to go to their spouses and to their friends and going to have these same individual conversations. It's going to be dope. So moving right along, can you identify specific tactics that scammers use to exploit trust in romantic relationships?
Yeah.
Go ahead, brother.
Catfish. That's the number one tactic right there. Catfish.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Women will use and males, you know what I'm saying? And males, they will use, certain Instagram models, pictures, or certain runway model men pictures to lure the bait in. You know what I'm saying? Have long, internet relationships, phone conversations, and everything. Basically delinquish bank accounts or have them paying for stuff, and the whole time they some fat, stinky motherfucker who live in the basement. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's. I feel like that's the number one tactic right there is catfishing. And then the second tactic is, I'm especially use this for women because the over sexualization. And what I mean by that is you go to, let's say you click on Redbone XXO Instagram or Facebook page, right?
Right.
You get there. What's the first thing you see? Ass and titties.
Yep.
Ass and titties.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I'm saying? Them sitting on the sink or them with a bikini on. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, as a man, you like, shit, you know what I'm saying? You get to lick your chops. You know what I'm saying? And boom, they got you. It's the old hook and bait. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Then you shoot the DM, you get to talking. You know what I'm saying? I personally had it happen to me a few times. You shoot the DM or whatever, and you know, it go from casual conversation to
Can you send me this?
my life about to get cut off.
Can
My
you
life
send
about
me
to get
this?
cut off.
Yeah.
Your life's about to get cut off. Well, who paid lights last month?
Why is
Call
always
that
crazy,
motherfucker.
though?
Or my car just broke down. I got a flat
It's always
tire.
emergency,
It's
Can you send me
always
something so I can get something to eat?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell? Like, and I'm sure men do it too. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure they are. But speaking from my own personal experiences and experiences of my brothers, these women are going crazy with this joint, man. Like the over sexualization. So those are my top 1 and 2: catfishing and over sexualizing things.
Over-sexualization.
I got one.
What's that?
GoFundMe is got to be one of the biggest scams running right now.
Ding, 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 ding.
That's men and women all the way.
That's men and women.
All the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For sure.
Make up some long fabricated story.
Yeah. Mine is what women like to hear, want to hear from a man. Mm-hmm. And it's good to hear it. And when it's coming from a good place from him, it's excellent. But I can help you with that. When men do that to a woman. And he does it like she's already maybe romantically involved with him. So she's already locked in. So when he come in with that, she's more locked in, like, oh, you can, like what can, then he start working on her, But and even some men, when you just meet them, there's women they in the club, and the guy come over, whatever, he start the conversation and get to know things about her, and he comes in with, I can help you with that. Hook, line, and sinker.
What you're saying that's like a girl or a man going through a breakup. And, they're just looking for somebody for comfort.
A rebound. Yeah.
Or she's in a bind. What I'm talking about is a lot of times she could be in some kind of financial bind, or she broke up with her husband. It could be that what you're saying, or her man. Now she's all, I don't know. Oh, I don't know what to do. She's got these issues. She's got these problems. And then he's like, I gotta move. I don't know where. I don't go. And he come in with, I can help you with that. And it's a whole scam behind that.
Then he get the draws and kick out.
But like Montana said, when I said GoFundMe, a long drawn out story, how many times does it come up that somebody has to have some kind of sob story to get some type of charitable contribution?
Yeah. Yeah, that's usually the MO. Yeah, absolutely. That's usually how that story goes, for sure. Not even in a romantic way, but you got those people that also will manipulate you in your feelings by saying that they in distress. Oh, we just lost our home.
Oh my God.
Or I gotta get this surgery. You know what I mean? Or I got this terminal illness, and be lying and scamming people the whole time.
The whole freaking time, boy.
You know what I'm saying? Playing on people's emotions.
What I told you the other day, Marshall? Hey, started GoFundMe for me. What I told you, Marshall?
That's real though, bro. Cause like, you know what I'm saying, being a trucker and being out here over the road, you don't know how many times I done ran into people. And I guess you could say I ran into them. They knock on your window while you at the truck stop. You might be sleeping. You might be getting gas or diesel. I'm sorry, truckers. Might be getting diesel. And they come up to you. Hey, man, me and my family just ran out of gas right down the road, man. We trying to get back to Florida. We trying to get here. We trying to get there. And the whole time, you know what I'm saying? Like, Bro, you done asked me and 100 other motherfuckers who done pulled up in here in the last 2
Yep.
hours.
You
Cause
done
truck
got you got
stops is,
20 from all of us.
you know what I'm saying? Truck stops is like this. Like it's like a crack house. It's
Mhm.
in and out. You know what I'm saying? Truck steady pulling in, truck steady pulling out. So if you done asked me, you know, telling how much money you done got from the rest of these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? You probably walk around with a whole $1,200 in your damn pocket. You
Or
know
the
what I
homeless
mean?
guy that stops you at the intersection that asks for change with a sign that says "Just lost my job, got a couple of kids looking for
Yeah.
change,"
Yeah,
and then
man.
they get done with their thing, and you see them pull off in a truck or something like that that's parked a couple of blocks away.
But
Yep.
they exposed a lady in Fayetteville for that about 2 years ago. Right, about a year and a half ago, man. Everybody, every time they would see her, they'd take a picture of her. They just show the car she would hop in.
Once she in a
You know,
Mercedes or some shit.
yeah. She
Yeah.
brought a
Damn.
pig,
That's
like,
crazy,
yeah.
bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
She
these
got the
panhandlers is a
panhandler.
real thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
These panhandlers is a
panhandler.
real thing, man. All right, we move on to
Mhm.
question number 4, man. If everybody done touched that.
Mm-hmm.
How do cultural stereotype influence perceptions on gullibility among different demographics?
Mhm.
Cultural
Cultural
stereotypes.
stereotypes.
Influence perceptions of
Like
gullibility.
you thinking just because a person is Mexican or Spanish or black
Yeah. I
that
got
They
you.
you know
don't know.
they don't
Mhm.
know. So that's the question, right?
Yeah, a lot of black women think that they gonna get a white man because a white man just gonna pay for it. A lot of black men think they just gonna go get a white girl because a white girl gonna pay for it. And I'm just being honest, and it's not like that.
Mhm.
Not with
It's not like
everybody.
that.
You know what
I'm
I'm
Everybody,
gonna
yeah.
saying?
pull this Spanish person since you don't speak English.
There you go.
Bam. Bam.
There you go.
Facts.
Mhm.
That's facts,
Mhm.
though.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So people
Mhm.
try to prey on that. I mean, hell, prime example, my biological mother. You know what I'm saying? Like it was has always been infatuated with white men. You know what I'm saying? And growing up and coming along, I've seen her run that game on so many white soldiers.
Right.
White
Mhm.
soldiers. You know what I'm saying? Latino soldiers. Because I live around the corner from the fucking largest military base in America. You know what I'm saying? Fort Bragg, second largest. But hold on, son, I'm coming. But so it's like, I watched her work that game. You know what I'm saying? Get this one, go to the club, bring home that one. You know what I'm saying? And he
Yeah.
doing this, he doing that. She did what she had to do. You know what I'm saying? I can't knock her hustle, but it's like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like the older me now is looking at it like, "Man, those some suckers." You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Right.
Minus the few that did actually, see beyond the bullshit and married her and took on the rest of my siblings because I'm the oldest of 7. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So they took on the rest of my siblings and was actually being a real man. But I seen a lot of suckers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I seen a lot of suckers, but
Mhm.
With Montana mentioning he was right around the corner from Fort Bragg made me remind of a scam. These car dealers selling Camaros at 20-30% APR.
boy, I would not buy a car in Fayetteville. You hear me? You hear me? Cause they looking for that allotment. They want you to pay. The markup around here is crazy. Just because we're, what I'm saying, we're backdoor to a large military installation. So, you know what I'm saying. That
And
same
it's a
set of
guaranteed paycheck. They look at it
yeah,
as a guaranteed paycheck.
Yeah, because it's
mm-hmm,
installments. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
definitely.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
fact.
Yeah. That's a supreme fact. What's your take on that, AB, man? How do you think about how cultural stereotypes influence perception on gullibility among different demographics?
I wouldn't. I would have to say, you know, um, if it's gullible, like I feel like a lot of transactions, or like what am I trying to say? I'm trying to put a perspective together in my head real quick.
Mhm.
But what I'm trying to say is that, like, you know, I've seen people play on like both sides. On both sides, right? Like, I don't know if y'all been to the Caribbean, but they got a term called Beach Boys, right? Y'all ever heard of that?
No.
So a Beach Boy is like so what happens, and it's prevalent in like West Africa too, right? So like these old white, primarily Caucasian, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that, primarily Caucasian women go to these particular areas and they look for these young
black men,
men, right? They spending bags. I'm talking about buying them phones, buying them cars, you know, for whatever kind of comfort or company they hold these particular individuals. But that's a real term. So like I've been to places where I've seen at least 70-year-old women with like these 21-year-old men, and you kind of already suspect, you know, they wrinkly and stuff. Something ain't going on around here. Something ain't going on right around here. Right? So do I think they both know what they're doing? Yeah. Do I think that globally, like especially like in the United States, I think it's even worse. I think it's even worse here because people try to play on your kindness, and they try to use your kindness for weakness. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can be kind to somebody, and a kind person, you know what I'm saying, or a kind spirited person. I'm not really religious, but I do feel like you genuinely know the difference, right? And sometimes it even take time. Like most people on this podcast, I've been knowing for years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And everybody, you know what I'm saying? We've been pretty solid. You know what I'm saying? We've been solid. I mean, from my perspective, I don't know.
from mine too.
You feel me? We've been real solid. Whether we talk to each other every day or we talk to each other every once in a while, you know what I'm saying? We still have that mutual respect for each other, and it's nothing like that. But I think that a lot of people, especially in relationships or, you know, opposite sexes interacting with each other, they use people kindness for weakness, and so they will exploit that at every chance that they get. So I mean, yeah, I don't think it matters where you're from.
Absolutely.
I agree with everything y'all said, who said so far. But demographics does it matters in a sense, because Montana nailed it with looking at the black and white aspect and women who go for white men because of what they will give in comparison to what they won't get from their own black men, or the vast difference, if you will, or contrast, or even the difficulty, the struggle of it. It's okay, I think, when the cards are honest, innocent, and you're just looking and choosing something that you feel may be better for you, that you want, instead of this. I would rather this. It's definitely not good when you're doing it in terms to just take advantage of a person and not really care about them. You're just going in it to get what you want. So from that, I'm going to go into Montana made me think about something, and societal stereotypes, the word sucker. Now I'm going to use that within the same demographics, because just because a guy is a nice guy, he should not be stereotyped as a sucker. The issue is the woman who is preying on the nice guy. You know, my personal experience, I had a guy, and that also became an issue in our loving relationship, me and him. Because he's always say, Eve, I'm not a sucker. I'm a nice guy. And I'm like, why you keep saying that? Okay, good. Then be a nice guy. But in him, he was in some type of struggle with that in his male ego or whatever, that he had to keep saying. And anytime I was asking or what, he's like he's cross eyeballing me or something, like, to make sure I'm not trying to take advantage of him. Like, why are you doing that? I love you. I'm not that chick. You know, I'm not that girl. But he always said, I'm not a sucker. I'm a nice guy. That stereotype bothered him. And he is a nice guy.
Because nice guys finish last.
That's a fact.
There you go. Mm-hmm.
He was probably taken advantage of before too. That's the biggest problem.
Yeah, he ain't never gonna forget that.
That does something to a man. You know what I mean? Like, you know.
Yeah.
I hear a phrase, and this is off topic. I hear a phrase oftentimes that, you know, men can't take what women can take when it comes to a relationship. That is a real fucking thing. I really do believe that. I think we can't handle certain shit thrown back in us, and when men get their heart broken, it kind of changed them forever. That what that Marion say, icebox where my heart used to be, that shit really, you know, guys really turned cold after, you know, they poured their all into somebody and didn't get nothing in return. I think that really changes men. And I think women are optimistic lovers, so she can pour that over and over again because she just built to love, you know. And I think guys were more built to protect than love. So that's why whenever they feel like I protected something and it didn't, and it fell, it crumbled, you know what I mean? It kind of puts you, it step you back and make you like readjust, and then you don't trust love no more for a man perspective.
So nigga, a heart turned to stone.
Yeah, nigga, I got hurt. I got hurt, and I was what? I was I got hurt, and it was over for. It was over for everybody.
Yeah. Nah, it's like World War III. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was over for everybody.
I've seen it. That protection element coming from a man, I've witnessed it more than once. Different men, so strong that is your love language. Yeah. It truly is a man's love language.
It shapes the man's identity.
And some women, at one point, I didn't get it.
Men take a pride in
I don't need you. Yeah, because like you just hovering on. Why you always? Well, you all right? You get away. But as I got older and grow, you know, I understand that's a man's love language, and sometimes it's real intense, and some go overboard with it, and it feels controlling, and it is controlling. And
it is controlling. Usually, when it feels controlling, it is controlling, and that's on both panels because you know women can be very, you know, controlling as well. Next question is just not so much relationship, but just in just business and finances and everything like that. It says, what way does social media play in facilitating scams aimed at career advancement or financial gain? I know we've all heard them all. These pyramid schemes. You put this much in, you're gonna get this much out. You know, what makes scams like that so prominent? And how does social media play a role in that?
Because with social media, you're able to okay, hold on. Let me
you can control your own narrative.
Hold on, I got. Let me rewind. With social media and everything, because most Americans have cell phones or tablets or TVs, or their homie got a phone, or their friend got a phone. So you're able to wake up and see these things every day. So you're able to wake up and see Johnny Flash, hey man, you want to get like me? You want to have this big old mansion? You want to drive this fast car? Man, tap in right now. You know, 281-330-8004. Hit Mike Jones up on the low. I got you. You know what I mean? Like, and you see that every day. And you just like, you know what I'm saying? The person with the soakable mindset, the penetrable mindset is like, damn,
Penetrable mindset. I like how you did that.
you know what I'm saying? Like, damn,
I do
I want to get like Johnny Flashy. Like, I want the big chains. I want the nice cars. I want all the girls. You know what I'm saying? And not knowing that he probably paid them girls to come over there for that little 30-second minute video clip. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
You
sir.
don't know.
Yes, sir. And that's
You know
prompt
what I'm
money.
saying? And that's probably motion picture only. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You know?
and so like, you know what I'm saying? So he posting all this money and everything, and then like, damn, what I gotta do now? You done sent him your last $2,000. You probably been saving that $2,000 for the last 5 years. You never
Man.
know. You know what I'm saying? You done sent him your last $2,000. He done ran off on you.
Ran off.
Yeah. That's how impressionable humans are. We're very impressionable, right? So you keep
Yes.
saying something, showing something, pushing the narrative. It gets in there, and eventually you start to make sense of it or have some belief about it.
Yeah.
A lot of people too, and I've heard it literally says like, well, it's got to be true because it's always pushed. It's always advertised. So why would something always be advertising if it's not true?
Right.
So it's got to be true. So I'm going to give it a shot. And then sometimes you think in your mind, well, I wonder if it's true. Let me see. Let me just do it one time and see.
Yeah.
And then some of them loop you into now you got to do this step and that. All of these steps be attached
all these
to
steps.
And
all in.
And then you got to grab somebody you trust and then put them into the whole scheme too.
Yeah.
Now
y'all.
I think we've all heard that send me 200 and I'll send you 2,000 scheme. You know what I mean?
Man.
You know,
Ponzi pyramid.
Scheme.
Oh, I work for what's they used to say they work for? Western Union. I work for Western Union. You Western Union me $100. I'ma change and add another zero and send it back to you. And all you gotta do is send me half.
Now statutes of limitations is over with. I have seen that work. Okay, I have seen that work. But
have you seen these E-Pass ones?
No, I haven't seen the E-Pass. I've seen the Western Union junk work, but the downside of that, I'm gonna let you go, Ed. The downside to that Western Union scheme was your dumb ass had to go in there and try to cash that shit.
And you had to use your real fucking ID.
So when the boys come knocking, they coming looking for you.
The boys are back in town.
They not worried about old fast Ed over there who done told you he can flip it and change numbers. It's you. You came in there with that. You scanned your ID. But go ahead, Ed.
You going to jail.
If you got an E-Pass, right, they'll send you a letter saying you have a fine or something like that from the highway. Well, they're sending emails. They're sending
text messages. Yeah.
They're sending text messages and emails and everything, hoping you click on it and then it gets into your account.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like I think, you know, I agree a lot with Montana said. You know what I'm saying? Social media has everybody hyped up to live this facade of lifestyle, you know. So you know, you got people that's legally able to do this, to legally able to scam people out of money. You know what I'm saying? Like for instance, I don't know. Can I bring up other organizations in this?
Of course, you say what the fuck you want.
Say what the book
Nigga, pay for this.
So it's this like company. It's this company like, and I see it. It's very prevalent. It's this company called BG Wealth. I don't know if any of y'all heard of BG Wealth before.
I never heard of it.
No.
All right, so BG Wealth is this investment. It's supposed to be an investment opportunity where you receive, on average, 1.2 to 2% interest daily for whatever money you put into the platform.
Oh wow!
Supposedly, AI is trading some Bitcoin, some cryptocurrencies, flipping the cryptocurrencies on every trade with some mysterious AI stuff going on in the background. that guarantees you
1 and 2% every day.
Yeah.
Oh,
At least some type of like return every day, right? So every
That's
day
amazing.
you multiply your money. You got to think within 30 days, you pretty much, almost doubled whatever you put in there.
Right.
First red flag of something like this or a scheme like this to me would be like, well, I don't know any hedge funds, whether Blackstone or whatever, that's guaranteeing people 1.2% of your money in returns every day. But then they come to all these different stimulations, like y'all were just pointing out. Oh, you got to get your homeboy, or you got to get people that you trust, your family members, to join the platform. And once you get enough certain number of people joining the platform, if those certain number of people get to a certain level within the platform, you get a boost in pay, you get a pay raise. Basically, the classic pyramid scheme. What really gets me is that I joined one of these conference calls not too long ago, and the guy was going through like a new investor presentation. He said, "Hey, we trade in cryptocurrencies, right?" For people that don't know me, I dibble and dabble in everything that's technology, right? So when it comes to cryptocurrency, that's one of the things that I've explored in my free time, and I have a lot of it. So if somebody says, anything that revolves around, a topic that I've been interested in or I'm interested in, I kind of dig. I do a little bit of digging, right? So this company has they're like, hey, look, I know we've been all over the news. The guy comes out, we've been all over the news. Everything's been, saying that we're a scam, but we're not. You see, we're up and running. People are making money. And so I'm looking at the presentation. I'm like, okay, well, they're making money. How are you making money? How are you making money from me? As an investor, one of the things I want to know is, how are you making this money? And why is it such a secret? Right?
Right.
If you can't tell me a roadmap to a plan to how you're making this money, first off, that's a big red flag.
Yeah.
But anyways, long story short, they have this SEC filing that they keep telling people they're registered with the SEC. They did file with the SEC. Now, they did not file for a registration or approval from the SEC. They filed a SEC Form D, which is like a notice, right?
Yeah.
That says we practice in these particular exchange securities, and we had an initial investment of X amount of dollars. Well, that initial investment from X amount of dollars is coming from everybody that's joining the platform that's giving them money. That they don't even know what they're giving the money for. Right? They
got to be more careful.
There's a program that's running in the background that shows them a balance, right? It shows them a balance of how much money they supposed to have in their bank account. And I put that in double quotes. See, I can't see me, but I did put that in double quotes. But yeah, it's just crazy that we see a lot of people that watch social media, want to live this particular lifestyle, and they get sucked into these like hideous traps of I can make you rich and you don't have to do nothing. I mean, everybody has passive income, but if you don't understand how your passive income is getting made,
that's your problem.
You know what I'm saying? That I feel like that should be a big problem. Somebody can't just tell you, "Hey, look, man, give me $50,000. I'm investing in lasers."
Yeah. What type of laser?
I want to say this to add on to the type of Ponzi scheme, because they're all Ponzi schemes, but just different forms and fashion that you just talk about, AB. Sometimes they have a whole crew that they working together. These are the people that get paid. You don't know that they part of the crew.
Yeah.
But they're the ones, the front line to show people, to get people in. Yeah, I got paid and sell you that story. They working for them. Or sometimes they even arrange it where people will get paid, but that may be the first few hundred. After that, everybody else going downhill.
You see that on social media. People be in the comments, yeah, it worked for me. The fake reviews, all that shit be AI, man. But let's move on to the next topic.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. Absolutely, bro.
About empty.
About empty.
What psychological factors make individuals more likely to fall for a get-rich-quick scheme?
The love of money.
Yeah, the love of money.
Love of money.
The love of money.
Yeah, the love of money. Grieving.
Grieving.
The lack of money.
The need of money. I was gonna say that. Yeah.
Everybody say the urgency.
Yeah.
Like the urgency. Like I got to. You know
I need this right now.
I need this right now. Or I got to have this. You know what I'm saying? Or they're gonna come over here with the eviction notice. So the repo man gonna be outside taking my car. You know what I mean?
And I'll deal with the consequences later, but I need this money right now.
Yeah.
And you be knowing too, like, damn, this gonna fuck me up later, but I need to get through this shit right now.
Right now.
Yeah. Lady Alba.
Yeah, I say the lack of money, the lack of belief in self, and how to go out there or make a plan, set a goal to just and make a earning, make a living, even if it's not to the scale of pay that you want it to be or it needs to be according to your expenditures in your life. But you keep working, keep pressing forward and build and build and build. Make some sacrifices instead of falling for the okie doke.
Right.
People do damn drive, man. Got that dog.
Yeah. Got that dog, I think a psychological factor would be like, depression. Loneliness. You know what I mean? Because when someone is lonely, you know what I mean, they be trying to buy people love. If you ever seen someone do that, you know what I mean? Like,
hell yeah.
Because they are, you know what I mean, because they don't have nobody, but they have finances. It's like they be trying to buy compensation, you know what I'm saying? Trying to buy a friend or buy a relationship, you know what I mean? So yeah, I definitely think that depression and loneliness is two psychological factors that make individuals more likely to fall for a get-rich-quick scheme. What you think, AB?
Yeah, I would have to say confidence, which Lady Alba kind of talked about. Desperation.
Yeah.
And like wanting to live a lifestyle, right? They have a lifestyle in their head, but what better money is quick money, and some people want to go get the quick money, and so without doing the work, if somebody can guarantee them a certain amount of dollars, they might pay them a little bit up front, right? But the more money they dump into the system, the more money the system takes from them, right? And give them little chump changes of whatever type of returns they get, if it's returns at all. So I think that, those couple things kind of contribute to joining the Ponzi schemes.
I agree. What you got for me, Ed?
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. What you got for me, original Ed?
Heartbreak.
Heartbreak. Gotta do it.
Heartbreak will have somebody looking for cash and for money in a way that just to fulfill a need of self-love.
Agreed. Agreed. Number 12. What are the long-term effects of being scammed on individuals and their communities? Shit. Shit, America's been scammed. Yeah, I think a lot of the money that we pay towards taxes is a scam because you don't really see that money actually go to things that is necessary. It seems why does my governor need a $40,000 furniture allowance?
Shit.
My taxes is paying for this motherfucker to have a substantial house where I can't even, not work a day out the week, or I'm going to not be able to pay for my bills. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I think taxes to an extent is a scam. Do I think that money needs to be paid to help do the infrastructure on the road you drive to work on, or that light that runs it? You know what I mean? Or the street lights? Absolutely. I don't have no problem with that. But I think that we don't allocate the money. I think the money that we pay in taxes don't actually benefit us the way it should.
No, that's a fact. That's definitely a fact. To piggyback off of what you just said, and I'm gonna say something on my own topic. Well, going along with the question, but to piggyback off of what you just said, like Fayetteville just approved. No, I might have to look at the article again, but they just approved for a 3.1 million. I think it was million. Sport complex to be built on MacArthur Road. No splash pad, no pool, nothing for the kids. Just 10 baseball fields. You know what I'm saying? And that's coming out of the taxpayers' money.
Right.
The people who live in the city. So it's like,
Right.
okay, yes, bring more athletic fields for the kids. That's true. But not everybody kid play fucking baseball. So why the fuck is you building goddamn 10 baseball fields when you have all these high schools, middle schools, elementary schools, and other venues that have baseball fields for you to have your little league games at, or your traveling baseball games at? You know what I'm saying? So taxes are a fucking scam. You telling me I gotta pay taxes on the house that I own, on this land that I own, the car that I own. I gotta pay taxes on
You
that.
gotta pay property taxes.
Yeah. Right.
But
Big scam.
you bought your car though. Now
Yeah.
you bought your house, but if you don't pay your property taxes on the house, you don't pay your 30-year mortgage. You've been paying for this motherfucking house for 30 years, and $1,200 property taxes, you can lose it all. That's crazy.
You can lose it all. And somebody can go down there to the courthouse and get it for $200. Hold on, AB, before you start, let me finish my other statement. Yeah.
He said that was part one. This part two. Go ahead.
Part two.
Montana.
The long-term effects of individuals in their communities by getting scammed is, I know people right now who can't get a bank account because of the simple fact of, as AB just stated with the last question, the desperation. Somebody's hitting them, hey, drop your BOA, drop your Navy Federal, drop your USAA. And these people are putting these fraudulent checks in their account. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? It might go through, it might not go through. And then now they whole account and got taken out. Now they in the negative. All their money gone. You know what I'm saying? They done gave whoever dropped the check up in there however much money out the account for whatever little measly amount they got. And now they can't even, now they flagged in the system. They can't get no account nowhere. You know what I'm saying? They're working off a Cash App account.
Straight up.
You know what I'm saying? So that like the scams like that, like, I never like that. That right there is what made me really not like fuck with scammers. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody like, oh man, scamming is hustling. Man, that shit ain't hustling, man. Because all you doing is fucking up another motherfucker so you can get up. That's not hustling.
Homelessness, prison, and suicide.
Yeah. All right.
Long-term effects.
So
Long-term
what I got
effects.
to say is a big scam is church. And I say that to say because my grandma always holler she broke all the time. but she'll get her last dollar to the church. Preacher driving Maybach, you know, all that stuff. Preacher driving Maybach. And I know y'all, Lady Alvin, Mister, y'all know about the church and all that, you know. But to me, that's a big ass scam, church wise.
To rebut off of that, I would say some churches. I wouldn't just say church in general. I wouldn't say church in general. I would say some churches, because there are a lot of churches who are like that. You know what I'm saying? Who do that. You know what I'm saying? And they like I just seen a post earlier where a preacher told a woman to sell her house in 90 days and bring back her tithes and offering. What type of shit is that?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? But not all churches are like
you ain't got
that.
shit for me after that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But not all churches are like that. But there are a large number of churches who are like that. Like you just said, the pastors come into church in a Gucci suit. You know what I'm saying? 3-piece. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't saying
And
that
his members are giving up their last. But it's all off of it all comes down to the faith.
Yeah.
Because if you believe in God and you believe in the word, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying, this is for people who do believe in, God or whatever. It says in the Bible to pay your tithes and offering. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Mr. Correct me if I'm wrong. I can't exactly quote the exact scripture or the text of how it said, because I'm a little tipsy right now. But you know what I'm saying? It says to pay your tithes and offering. And you know what I'm saying? You shall be rewarded. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. It
You
does
shall
say
be
that.
rewarded. You know what I'm saying?
That's
From the
why you
Father
can't
himself.
say it's the church. The churches belongs to God. It's the people.
It's the people. Yeah.
It's not the
There
church.
you go. It's the people.
It's the people.
It's the people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The level. So there's a quote in the Bible, and I'm not trying to be religious for this podcast, but just for the sake of the topic, there's a quote in the Bible that says, "The love of money is the root to all evil."
Root to all evil.
Mm-hmm.
And it also says that money is the answer to all problems.
Mm-hmm.
So money is the answer to all problems, maybe, yes. But when you love money, you'll do anything for it. You see what I'm saying?
Any goddamn thing for it.
Right.
And that's the root to all evil.
Look at Pooh Shiesty and Gucci Man. Look at Pooh Shiesty and fucking Gucci Man. That's a prime example right there. You just got out of federal prison. You gonna, man, stupid ass, man. Let me sip my drink, man.
So I have a couple of bullet points for number 12. Fear, anxiety, distrust,
resentment,
long-term effects on being scammed, resentment, and those things, when that happens to some people, it falls onto people who it don't belong to.
And I like that Montana mentioned that people that cannot get a bank account because of things that they did with scamming. And I'm all about transparency. I have a felony charge, and my felony charge is because someone was making fictitious checks and said, "Hey, you drop this in your account, you give me a little bit, you can keep the rest." Me at the time,
sugar honey iced tea.
and me at the time, in desperation, you know what I'm saying, needing the money right away, went right up to the bank, cashed the check cashed, he got his money, I got my money, everything is good. 6 months later, I used that money and invested in I used that money to invest in my business. 6 months later, me and my business is booming. I get a phone call. Mr. McGirt, this is Deputy such and such from Cumberland County Department, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, "Hey, what's going on, Deputy? What you need me to do for you? You know what I mean? You got a roof you got to need me to install? What's going on over there?" And I got a full business going on. So I'm thinking, you calling me for work. No, hell no. She was like, no, not quite, Mr. McGirt. Do you remember a $4,000 check that you have cashed back on blah, blah, blah? I said, no disrespect, Miss Kelly. I cast a lot of checks around that amount. You know what I mean? I do home improvement, this, that, and the third, blah, 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 blah. She was like, yeah, but this particular check was on blah, 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 blah. And it was originally made for an insurance claim, but somehow it was dropped into your account. And so the bank is now pressing charges, and they said you have till Friday to pay the money back before they send off on these charges. So she was like, you can call the bank, you have till Friday. So I got the phone, I called the bank. I'm like, yo, what's going on? And they're like, oh, Mr. McGirt, we don't know what happened. Look, we've already took care of the finances on our end. We just need you to take care of us. You know, so I was like, yeah, all right, no problem. You know, saying you said it was $4,000. I can, well, you know, I have 2,000 right here. I can give you 2,000 right now. We can start making payments for the other two. And like, no, Mr. McGirt, it doesn't work like that.
Not at all. Right? No payment plan.
We need that for by Friday.
That's it.
Mind you, this was like a Thursday night. You know what I'm saying? Like, hold on. And then I said what I had all in my account was $2,000, and they told me they didn't want that. You know, so yeah, I had to get on the phone, get my attorney, and my life got flipped upside down. You know what I mean? So to this day, now I am a felon. To this day, I cannot have a bank account. You know what I mean? So these are cause and effects of dealing with that type of lifestyle. You know what I mean? For the rest of my life, you know, until I get it expunged whenever it's able to, because it's not even old enough to, you know, that's something that stuck with me for sure. So these are the cause and effects. So we're not speaking from, you know, just a place of ignorance. You know what I mean? We're speaking of a place of enlightenment.
Yes. And that's real interesting that I raised that topic about bank fraud. Not knowing there was one in the circle, but the perspective wasn't, it was actually how it happens to how women are led to do it, but not knowing there's one in the circle. But that's interesting. Right. Yeah.
Last question for the night before we jump into these fun facts and celebrity birthdays read by the original Ed and Lady Alva. How does portrayal of wealth and success, I think we kind of mentioned it, but we're going to jump in. I'm going to finish the question. It says, how does portrayal of wealth and success in media impact the likelihood of individuals falling for a scam? And I think Montana kind of piggyback off that earlier when he was saying, you know, when you see Billy Joe online, you know, flexing with the ladies and the money, saying that, you know, hey, look, you could do this right here. You could have this right here. You know, you could be the next person just like me.
That big house, that flashy car, that pool, and all those luxury items are a way of portraying, a way of looking like very advertising.
Yeah.
The car is leased. Yeah. The house is the Airbnb.
Everything is rented. Yeah. everything was made just to make this content.
Yeah. Facts.
And
that's how a lot of content creators do right now. A lot of content creators do the same thing.
Yeah, and then not for nothing, the content creator got so much gift of gab that they'll go to these dealerships or these finance places or these stores or these homes and say, hey, look, let me advertise your house on my platform of me being in your Airbnb or me driving in your car or me, you know what I mean? And that's going to boost the value of your, man, listen, it's all a marketing scheme. You know what I mean?
So much fake.
Hey, hold on. How can you be mad at them
going on?
No. We're not saying that we be mad at it. We just says how does the portrayal of wealth, you know, make it easier for people to fall for scams? I'm not saying that we're mad at them. You know, we're just trying to identify, you know, that because when you see wealth, when you see people driving, and it automatically think, okay, they actually got it like that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Everybody is focused on the overnight success now. Nobody wants to work hard for shit no more.
No.
Like, you know, this might be it's on topic, but it's off topic. I was just having a conversation with one of my fellow coworkers, you know, good friend, good dude. But his little cousin was working with us. He's only been working with us for probably like 2.5 months now. 21 years old.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's still a baby, wet behind the ears. But long story short, the boy quit.
Yeah.
And we try to explain to him like we get it. We know it's hard work. But bro,
You
do
shouldn't
you
have
not
quit though.
understand? Don't quit. Like, don't give up. It gets better. Like, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? You gotta crawl before you walk. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not every day that a 21-year-old has a chance of making 100K a year and being home every day driving a truck. That's that's
Come
that's
on
that's
now.
not likely. That's
It's
not
not
likely.
likely. It's not
You know what I'm
likely.
saying? You know, so I'm like, bro, and you're only 21. Bro, if I
Yeah.
would been doing this shit since I was fucking 21, we
Hello.
would be in my basement doing this podcast right now. You hear me?
You feel me?
I would be that content creator with the big lavish pool and everything else, but you know, so that's neither here nor there. But we were just trying to explain to him, like, bro, sometimes you got to work hard to get what you want. You know what I'm saying? To reap the benefits. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not gonna be given to you. It's not. Nobody just gonna say, here you go. Here's $100,000. Here's $80,000. Here's $90,000 for the year. Nobody's just gonna hand it out to you. You got to get out here and you got to beat that pavement. You got to do what you got to do to make ends meet. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I said all that to say, a lot of people are just really focusing on how can I get this by tomorrow? How can
Mm-hmm.
I get this by the end of the week? Versus that long term goal. Okay, well, if I stay here for 5 years, you know what I'm saying? I can buy me a house. I can go buy that new Corvette I was talking about, or you know what I'm saying? I can open me this restaurant or do this and that. They're not thinking like that. They're thinking about I need that restaurant by Thursday. I need that Corvette by Friday, and the house for the weekend. And it just don't happen like that. You know what I'm saying? Now there are people who do have overnight success stories, and there's also people who have 15 minutes of fame. Look
Yeah.
at how many celebrities, rappers, actors. Look how many people say, "Oh, I got that big check," and it was gone. It was
That's
gone.
financial literacy right there too as
That's
well.
financial literacy, and a lot of the urban demographics lack financial literacy.
Lack it.
Yeah.
Lack it. That's a fact. That's a
Yeah,
fact.
yeah. Lady Alva and the original Ed, can y'all do the fun facts and historical events? But skip number 1 because I don't know why they gave us that.
Fun art facts and historical events, April 21st.
The Last Supper. Da Vinci completed the iconic mural in 1498, showcasing his advanced techniques and perspective and composition.
I didn't
The
know
first
that Da
art
Vinci.
school. Go ahead,
Oh, I was just saying I
mister.
didn't know that Da Vinci drew the Last Supper. I learned something today. All right, you can continue. I'm sorry, I didn't cut you off.
The first art school, founded in 1563 in Florence, Italy. It was the first institution dedicated to teaching art formally.
How about that?
Impressionism debut. The term Impressionism was coined after a derogatory review of Claude Monet's painting Impressionism Sunrise, exhibited in 1874.
The Mona Lisa. This masterpiece, housed in the Louvre, has been
The
the
Louvre.
Louvre, thank you. Louvre has been the subject of countless studies and interpretations since its creation.
The art movement of Dada or Dede, established in 1916. Dada challenged traditional artistic norms and was reaction to the horrors of World War I.
Frida Kahlo's first exhibition. Kahlo had her first solo exhibition in Mexico City in 1953, showcasing her unique style and personal narrative.
The birth of pop art. The pop art movement emerged in the 1950s, blending pop culture with traditional fine art.
Pollock's number 5
Pollock.
sold.
Pollock.
Pollock's number 5 sold for $140 million in 2006. It remains one of the most expensive paintings ever sold.
A painting sold for 140 mil, y'all.
140 million.
A painting sold for 100, and paintings always gain. Man, all right, I'm gonna just shut up.
Art in the digital age. The rise of digital art has transformed how artists create and share their work, with NFTs becoming an avenue for expression.
You want to release before we roll on to the birthdays, mister? I'm
No,
interested in what you think. Oh, okay.
No. I'm just saying,
All
like,
right.
you heard what Jay-Z said. He said he bought a painting for $2 million. Next year's it was worth $4 million.
$4 million.
He said he can't wait to give it to his children. That painting was worth 140 M's. Oh my goodness. I cannot imagine what that painting is going to be worth in 10 years. All right, go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Celebrity
I know
birthdays.
I sound bougie. I'm just trying to give you $1 million game for 99. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I think it's okay to sound bougie. Some people need to learn about how to be bougie.
Yeah. No,
Celebrity birthdays. Yeah. April 21st.
Shouts out on my
Queen
April
Elizabeth
babies.
II, 1926 till 2022. The longest reigning monarch in British history. Her reign lasted over 70 years, witnessing significant changes in the UK and the Commonwealth.
Iggy Pop, 1947, known as the godfather of punk. Iggy Pop is celebrated for his influential music career and energetic performances.
Tony Danza, 1951. Famous for his roles in Who's the Boss and Taxi, Danza is also a professional boxer and a teacher.
Andie MacDowell, 1958. An acclaimed actress and model, MacDowell gained her fame for her roles in films like Four Weddings and A Funeral. And I also want to say the one where the Groundhog's Day, I believe she was in that too. Love that movie.
John McEnroe, 1959. A former professional tennis player, McEnroe is known for his incredible talent and fiery temperament on the court.
Yes, he is. Charlotte Church, 1986. A singer and television presenter. Church rose to fame as a classical singer before branching into pop music.
Joss Stone, 1987. A Grammy Award-winning singer-songwriter, Stone is known for her soulful voice and eclectic music style.
Jessica Lange, 1949, an award-winning actress. Lange has starred in numerous films and television series, including American Horror Story.
James Franco, 1978, an actor and filmmaker known for his roles in 127 Hours and the Spider-Man trilogy.
All right. Gigi Hadid, 1995, a prominent model. Hadid has become a global fashion icon and has worked with numerous high-profile brands. Happy birthday to your April babies.
Yes. Shouts out to all the April babies. It's April 21st. Is that still Aries, or are we moving into Tauruses yet?
And we might be because normally
it's Taurus now.
The Aries.
Taurus.
Gotta look it up.
Yeah, I think it's
Look
Taurus.
it up.
Cause I seen a chick say her birthday was like yesterday, and she kept screaming about Taurus season.
Tauruses. Yeah. So all right. So yeah.
Mhm.
Shouts
Hey,
out
so,
to the Taurus.
Hey, shouts out to me. Yeah, I appreciate it.
All
Yeah.
right, I knew
Hold
it
on,
was
what you got to
coming.
say, mister? What you
Yeah, I knew it was
You
coming.
coming up?
Go ahead.
You
Go
coming up,
ahead.
Peter?
Hey, hold
Go
on.
ahead.
You was breaking up, mister. You was breaking up. What you say?
Go ahead. I knew you were gonna say something.
Shouts out to me.
What's your day?
May 19th.
All right.
Hey,
Nice.
we out here. You know, I'm
Nice.
stubborn. I'm all that. Whatever they call me, that's what I am.
Bullheaded to the fullest. He is a he is 100% Taurus. Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. That's him. All right, before we get up out of here, ladies and gentlemen, as in typical fashion, man, we're gonna go around the panel, man. Do y'all got something positive for the people before we go, y'all?
I got something positive. Shouts out to the Tauruses. Shouts out to me. It's my birthday all May. So hey, May is all about me. Hey, Mister, look at, I can't see you, but look at, if you're looking at me, it's all about me. Nah, but shouts out to shouts out to everybody on the platform. Good discussion, and be you.
Be you. Lady Alva.
You may get what you want, but if you lack good work ethics, which builds character and stamina, you know not how to keep what you get.
Okay. You dug deep for that one.
All right. Hey, B.
How I'm supposed to follow behind that?
That's why, like, yo, she dug deep for that
one. I'm just gonna say, you know what? Y'all listen to Lady Alva. I'm out.
Thank you very much, AB. That's good support.
Montana Cobain.
Something positive to say for the people. Stay sucker free.
Hey, stay sucker free.
I like that one.
Stay sucker free. The original Ed.
Mm-hmm.
Just do you.
Just do you.
I love it.
I love it. I love it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to like,
subscribe.
Hold up.
No. What's your ending, mister?
What's who?
Yeah.
Can I finish? While you wait, can I finish while you interrupt me, motherfucker? Don't do that. All right, did I interrupt you rude motherfucker? You excuse my French, y'all. But anyways, back like I was saying, like, hey, listen, don't forget to like, subscribe, or tell a friend that Art for Change is in, baby. Hey, look, as we wrap up this tonight episode, man, we discussed the dynamics between manipulation and trust. You know what I mean, and the perception of societal perception of gullibility. You know what I mean? And just remember, man, awareness is key. That's the most important thing I want you to take from this shit, man. And be kind to others, man, and be tolerant of others, because we all done been through the dark. You know what I mean? So that's my take, and that's my positive note for each other. As Tabitha Brown would say, and I love that she says it. Listen, man, if you ain't having a good day, that don't mean go mess with somebody else's. You feel me? And as we close out in good fashion, don't forget to go over to Art for Change, the official Art for Change Instagram page, and get you some discounts, ladies and gentlemen. We got Molly B's in our highlight section. She has these artisan cookies. They are delicious. They get delivered right to your door within a few short days, and they are very cheap. And you're getting the 10% off the entire website just for listening to Art for Change. Go to our Instagram page, find us, find that highlight section, find Molly B's, and take you right to her website. Boom. Art for Change should be in the promo when you check out. Same thing for Patriarch Water. If you're the type of person like to be hydrated and like oxygenated water, man, Patriarch Water is very delicious. It comes in 32-ounce bottles. They come straight to your door, shipped with a few cases. Hey, listen, I'm giving you deals over here, Art for Change, baby. You like your thirsty, ready in your snacks. I'm giving you gear too. If you go to oldglory.com, yeah, man, you got all the swag and the memorabilia. Especially if you're a type of person that like fans of your art, of any type of sports team or celebrity, they have all that type of shit on their website. Over 3,000, excuse me, I lied to you, over 30,000 items. And you get that at 15% off the entire website just for being an Art for Change listener. Make sure that Art for Change is in the promo. Until next time, baby, if you're going to art, you better Art for Change, gang. And we out. Peace. All right, y'all. We're gonna get up on out of here when I hit this button. My computer stop being slow.